Paulie, you're a two-weight world champion. You're a man who loves your trash talking. We've seen you in the past with Danny Garcia, Adrian Broner, Amir Khan, with things kicking off at the press conference, the weigh-ins. There's obviously a huge.
We didn't have a lot with Danny, but we had with Amir, we had Broner, we had
Broner was quite intense.
Amir Khan, we had some press conferences that were.
And in that mix, especially with Broner, there were talks about girlfriends and stuff like that. This week, we had people's mums be brought into conversation.
Yeah.
Was that a step too far? I'm referring to Big Baby Miller and to Joshua.
Well, at least it was their real moms. You know, with me, it wasn't a real girlfriend, so that was a bit tough. No, she was. No, she wasn't. She wasn't. That was. I can show you 10 bitches I fucked just the same way right now. And they know they're not my girlfriends. All right. So that's the way I live my life. Maybe I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but that's the way I live my life. And they know they're not the only ones either. Just like she knew she wasn't the only one. But let's put aside from that, because there's a difference between dating someone and fucking someone. You know, I don't know if you ever seen with Basic Instinct, was the beginning of the movie when they're asking Sharon Stone if she knew who Johnny Boz was. And the guy, she's like, yeah, and he goes, what, you were dating him? She goes, no, I was fucking him. I hate to put the X-rated down here, but there's a difference when you're fucking someone and when you're dating someone. When you're dating someone, it's a bit more than just fucking.
Which one do you do?
Sadly, I do more of the fucking than the dating, you know, and I probably, you know, should be a nicer guy about dating too. But that's my own personal demons to work on, and that's a personal thing I have to come to grips with.
But Big Baby Miller himself and Anthony Joshua, massive press conference at Madison Square Garden. You also saw the face-off.
Yeah, it was a fun press conference. You know, listen, people want to see bad blood. This is not a table tennis match. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, yeah, sometimes people get on each other's nerves. Even today, I think both guys got on each other's nerves. But at day's end, I think, you know, people get amped up about seeing the fight when they see the bad blood, you know? Look at WWE. It's staged, but the bad blood sells. It sells the fights. Even though they know the fight's going to be staged and there's a script for it. And yes, they're athletes, but they're scripted, you know? Like, so the bad blood still sells, regardless of the fact that people know it's scripted. So you need, that's how much you need bad blood when there's a combat sport. You just need to see it, otherwise you won't be able to sell the fight, you know? So I think this week was a great example of two fights that we're going to see with legitimate bad blood, and I think they're both going to sell well. I think AJ and Miller's going to sell well, and I think Eubank and DeGale's going to sell well on Saturday night.
Well, I remember you commentating on the Dillian Whyte anti-Joshua fight. Obviously, in that period, Joshua got too emotionally involved with Dillian Whyte, and you saw him fight in a different way. I remember you talking in the commentary about him trying to use his jab. That's what won him the gold medal. Is he getting too sucked in with Big Baby?
You know, AJ has a lot of experience, you know, and he's also he's a grown man, and so you're a grown man, you want to be respected as a grown man. So yeah, sometimes things get a little ticky-tacky, and you start getting aggravated. But I think the bottom line is a grown man also doing a fight night, and be it with Jarrell or be it with AJ, I think they know, regardless of all this talk, on fight night they have to face each other, and they need to know that on a professional level they need to be prepared mentally and physically, and I expect that. I think Jarrell has a ton of experience, both in boxing and kickboxing, and he's K1 or whatever he's on there. Jarrell, you can tell the way he's in the ring. He has a very calm demeanor in the ring because he's been in so many fights, you know. Jarrell's also from the hood in Brooklyn, so he's been in so many fights. You know, Joshua, I hear, has also has had a street life, but regardless of the fact, he's also very professional when it comes down to fight night. You know what I'm saying? He's always prepared mentally and physically. And that's what it's going to come down to, you know. And then the best man wins. You know, you sometimes as a grown man you get a little agitated. You know, somebody disrespects you. I think that's normal, but you know what to bring on fight night.